Welcome back to Refrain Chord. So let's finish off all the side stuff before we get back to the main story and finish the game in the next part. Ah, so many people got here before us. We're too late.
Alright, the gold rush thingy.
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, it was in the newspaper. I'm sure there are quite a few people who saw the news before we did. It's typical of a gold rush.
I think your information network's got a few holes in it, Lola. It's just this once. It's not like I know everything in the world, okay?
I swear, I usually perform better than this. This doesn't usually happen. Oh, what's all the ruckus over there? Some soldiers appear to be trying to drive back some of the crowd that came here.
Everyone seems to totally change when money is involved.
Yeah, like Joshua said.
To capitalism, Fleur.
Yeah, in the English version of 2.
What do we do now?
What do we do now? If we head in, they'll turn us away for sure.
Well, I guess we gotta go home, get some grub, and go to bed.
I think that's your answer to everything.
There's no way we're turning back now. You can go home, eat, and sleep after I've got my money.
Is gold even really that valuable in today's society, Lola?
What do you want us to do? The place is crawling. I don't really see the point in bringing up trade with this. I don't see any similarities regarding this, but whatever.
Well, I was saying about the line "Welcome to Capitalism," the one
It's
that we
obvious.
referenced.
We'll have to break through the blockade. No one interferes with my cash flow.
Whatever.
That may be the worst rationale for going into battle ever.
I can think of worse. Not right now, but still. Now,
Cameraman, I know that X marks the spot, but shouldn't we be focusing on the character behind that cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, out the way. I can't. Yeah.
We've taken
Whoever's directing the camera work is terrible. It keeps blocking the shot.
We've taken care of the soldiers. Hey, wait. There's more soldiers incoming.
The others must have called for backup. An army of this size could prove troublesome, even though we have beaten God knows more powerful enemies. Yikes! Guess we're gonna have to pull back.
What? But what about my money? Stop calling it your money. We're getting out of here for today. Come on, up you go.
Yes.
Now behave.
Hey, put me down. I'm not going home without gold.
Oh, yes, you are, miss.
You can ride or you can march. We're leaving either way. Come on, move out.
No!
No, my beautiful money.
You can find other Lola.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of money around.
So, don't get me wrong, the bit was funny, but I have two things. One, again, is gold really that valuable in this civilization, since gold doesn't really get mentioned that much? And two, what was so powerful about that one army that apparently we can't defeat them, whereas we've defeated much more powerful foes?
Shut up, that's why.
Keep in mind, this is like near endgame, since this is a Lola quest, so they would have had to have had that in mind, unless this was originally supposed to be set earlier in the plot.
Don't give me that. You barely even thought about it before turning me down. You haven't even heard me out yet.
Yeah, quit acting like you're this great guy when you're just trying to push the risk onto someone else.
The more someone tries to talk you into a money-making scheme, the worse it is.
Ah. A surprisingly wise statement for someone who doesn't think things through.
Thank you. Hey, that wasn't a compliment, was it?
Tiara, wake up.
So what if it was? Oh, come on, Fang. Why not just hear her out? There's a chance it's not a scam, eh?
I agree. I'd be interested in hearing more about this opportunity of Lola's.
Surprisingly supportive of you.
Yay! Thanks for the backup. Seriously, Fang, I'm not trying to trick you. Promise.
I'm only believing you're not crossing your fingers behind your back because you physically can't with those sprites.
It's not even really about me making money. I'm gonna give you all the opportunity to make some money for yourselves.
Spoken like a casino.
Oh, sounds pretty fishy. Whatever, keep going. You're all familiar with the Luz del Mundo ice cave, right? It's said the ancients used it for cold storage. Wait, no, Guillermo said in Advent Dark Force that that's what the... whatever. Apparently some of the desks and shelves carved out in the ice in ancient times still remain. History is amazing, huh?
I guess it's not too much of a stretch to assume that they also use that for cooling stuff.
It gets better. They say when it's lit up, it becomes a beautiful sparkling sight to behold.
Also, given that Lola herself is a fairy, she could have been around during that point, given how fairies
I was
don't
thinking,
age as
if we
much.
could serve booze there, it'd be a huge hit. We could even make money.
An ice bar? Oh, that does sound quite stylish.
But won't it be cold? I mean, the ancients used it for refrigeration, right?
Already covered. As a countermeasure against the cold, customers can rent fur coats just like real cave people. For a fee, of course.
Ah, there's the rub.
You're so greedy!
And that's why we love her.
I'm providing people a unique experience and service worthy of the price. I'd rather eat than drink. And lights, history, romance, keep it all. I don't want to be cold either.
You have no soul.
For customers like you, we have a special Ice Cave Hot Pot package.
Oh, a hot pot package.
Huh, that does sound kinda nice.
And she's trying to Fallout 76, you don't fall for it.
We want to meet the needs of all sorts of customers, so that's loads of people will come waste spend their hard-earned money.
Freudian slip there, Jesus. I feel like you just said the quiet part out loud.
Anyway, first things first, I've got to do a preliminary inspection of the site. Can't make plans without seeing the place.
And you know what that means.
So, wanna come with me?
Ow.
Ugh, sounds like a real pain in the ass.
I mean, most stuff turns out to be at this point thing.
It's for money. You mean it's for potential money? Who knows if when will turn into actual money?
Fair point.
Steady efforts lead to cash. Check this out. Help me out and you'll get a coupon to the ice hole. I'm still thinking about the name.
Still better than Harry Hole.
You're way too stingy with your incentives.
Like, come on, just a coupon?
I'm in. If you give me a chance to examine you.
Typical.
Pedro, why did you stick me with this person?
Because her name is Harley.
So?
Well,
Alright,
you
then,
seem to.
alright, then, next time there's a creep named Pedro, I'll give him you.
Sure.
Hey, you can't offer that without my permission.
I can separate the fact between the fact that I'm an actor and I'm just playing a character, so I'm fine. I'm cool with that.
Pretty much.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's all head to Luz del Mundo Ice Cave for a tour. If it helps you, Dwibs,
Harley dies in the next part.
I wish, but we're not so lucky.
I mean, come on, dudes. We've all had our turns playing creeps and stuff and everything. Like, that is just part of the game and acting.
If it helps you, Dwibs, I'm the one playing the creeps in Neptune OG PS3. So.
Well, I'll put it this way: I'm looking forward to the eventual match times I'm thinking of for our eventual 2K24 playthrough, WWE.
Why was I so stupid? I really should have worn thicker pants.
Don't
Aaron,
have
you couldn't
pants,
have. They didn't develop you any.
Yeah.
At a price, I assume. I think I'll just tough it out.
In Advent Dark Force, Bloa actually sells them wool underwear. Problem is, we just have to go off the assumption that they're somehow wearing it, even though we don't actually see anything.
I mean, wool underwear, I guess, underwear just typically go underneath.
You'd have to be an absolute sucker to spend money on that. I'll stop your constant complaining, but Lola, that's kind of how our writing works. We just whine.
Hey guys, do you hear that?
The music? Yes, why?
Monster.
Oh yeah, and that too.
Monsters? No way. There's so many of them. Now we're on monster duty? I knew this would be a pain in the ass.
Okay, who let Grandad play with the flute? Seriously, what was that flute segment just then?
I don't know. Alright, so it is.
Alright, let's clear them out.
The Luzamundo Ice Cave, which is basically just a reskin of not even reskin, like it's just rehashing the assets from the other ice caves, and even the same theme, just a different layout, as you can see. Basically, I'm going to showcase the new layout so you guys can see. And now I'm going to show you something interesting that happens about the RNG about this game. Check this out. Okay, so that enemy guarded my attack, I guess. Okay, fine, that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Let's try here. Okay, never mind. Tiara that can't reach, I think. Yeah. Nope. No enemies that I can reach with Tiara right now, so let's just wait. Alright, now check this out. So I can make my point about the RNG in this game. Okay, yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can... Yeah, hit both of them. Okay.
Doesn't look like it can reach both.
Oh, well. And now it dodged!
Oh, he dodged.
Okay, fine. I'll kill this one with Harley then. Oh my god. You see what I mean about the RNG in this game? The RNG is clearly stacked up against you. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I wonder, is Beam, like, while a powerful move, is it one that can be prone to miss against more skilled opponents?
No, there's no move accuracy stat that I can see at least. Maybe there is, but it's invisible and the game doesn't tell you, I guess. But at the same time, I've had plenty. I've never gotten to a position where the enemies had their equivalent of a moment like this. So, and trust me, this is just one moment that I'm showing you. Trust me, I could have shown you. I've had plenty of moments like this throughout my various hours playing this game. I assure you that you have not seen. In fact, let's try this. Let's try this here. Are you?
Not dodging car.
Is this one of those bosses? Is this one of those levels where you're not supposed to kill the enemies?
Seriously, what's up with this RNG? Thank you, Jesus Christ. What you're seeing. What you're seeing here is a taste of what it's like to play long battles with lots of enemies in the late part of this game, because yeah,
There's like,
yeah, as you can see, the RNG is really stacked up against you because
well, you got two of them.
Because okay, let's just skip the rest of the battle.
The game took pity on you.
No, it didn't. I just jump cut.
Like, so there's legit nothing that can, like, you know, tamper with the...
Is it possible that only that some characters, have a sort of way of resonance with enemy types? Like, since those were ice enemy, maybe the fact that he used characters like Tiara, made me more prone to dodge and block.
Not that the game tells me to.
There's gotta be way more than what we got. They
At least
always
worth
say-
experimenting.
Well, yeah, but if that is if that is indeed a thing, then the game should have a tutorial explaining that to me, so I know it's a thing. I shouldn't have to read the developers' minds to know how the mechanics are.
Sure,
will
but
say-
you can tell us, what have you discovered that out?
Well, I don't know.
I will agree it could be something to test out. I will also agree, though, that, yeah, certain characters having, like, an advantage to certain enemies. Well, okay, the game doesn't need to tell you, oh, this character goes best against that, but I feel like the game should at least mention in one tip or hint or whatnot that, hey, certain characters may suffice better in certain
That sounds like the
areas.
kind of
Mind you,
spin-off
but
that never
that's-
gets past the pilot.
That's just my guess. For all I know, I'm giving the game too much credit.
Oh, yeah. I'm just considering all the hypotheticals in every
Honestly, I'm gonna side with the latter, to be honest. Okay, so that's it. We're done with the side stuff. Yeah, and which means
off to Mount Doom.
So time for some main story. So now this is the moment where the writers realize, oh right, we have yet to give Glace an actual character moment, right? Fine, that's what this particular mission will be for. It's too little too late at this point, but sure, go ahead game, try it.
To be fair, we have been getting character moments with Glace prior to the point where we have definitely gotten the feeling that she's not too on board with Al stuff.
The problem is that she's
Perfect,
barely...
but I wouldn't say we've had nothing.
She's barely had any lines throughout the game. Like, she barely does anything before the final fourth of the game. Hell, we even had that moment where we all talked about how they removed a lot of Glace's agency and stuff. So.
Oh yes, that was very much a problem, but I wouldn't say that she's had no character moments. Now, I will agree that her character moments have been sparse, but I would say that there's enough to get something of her. Mind you, I just said that's enough. That doesn't mean that it's really all that great or sufficient. Like, it's technically enough, but who wants to settle for just technically enough?
I refuse to settle for mediocrity. But that's just me.
Exactly. Oh? Her singing, I guess, brought forth a lava monster.
Are there?
Or, sorry, lava monsters.
Yeah, we can't
Let's
see it.
pretend that we are.
I guess I'm not too surprised she can do that since, again, she was with them in pretty much every battle we've been fighting, so why not? Yet lava flows.
Alright, so...
you would think that the map layout will let you have your party in different locations, and you have to fight on two sides, but apparently no.
No, that's the weird part too, because there have been battlefields where they do that, like the one in Bowie Valley, right? This one no, which means I have to walk all the way from one side of the map to the other side of the map just to hit a couple enemies, and it's annoying. I get that it's a strategy RPG. But like Theo said, even just now, usually you distribute your party throughout the map.
Well, not
or even
necessarily that. I'm talking about instead the game forcing difficulty by splitting your party, having half of them in the place where you start and half on the other side. The idea of the difficulty would be that your forces are scattered and you need to work with what you have.
Oh, that.
I
guess, yeah.
I'm guessing the game dev mentality is that they're trying to play it fair by having everyone be close enough so that if you want to, you can start off with Fleur boosting the party, since again the game
I guess,
is
Joe,
very
but remember, a tactical RPG like this need to have as we mentioned, this lacks of incredibly in terms of variety when it comes to mission structure, and what I just suggested is a good way to actually have variety in composition of a map.
Yep.
Oh, it absolutely is. I agree. I'm just stating that I'm going off of what I think the game devs were going in with the mentality.
I can tell you that in terms of mentality, this is more of a case of, it's the same thing that happened with composition of all FPS map, in the sense that, picture the grid from a bird eye view instead of this angle, and the dev actually placing dots that correspond to the enemies. That's literally what they just did, instead of thinking of so much of a strategy, we just place dot here, 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 and here, boom, we're good to go for this, which is very, not
rudimentary.
Rudimentary. That's a better term to use.
It's
Indeed.
weird how they have that one enemy just off on its own on the square opposite ours too. Like,
If you,
I mean,
it's annoying
again-
because it makes me have to. How about this? Why not have this thing where at the beginning of the game I can choose where to place my units?
that would be cool.
That's what tactical RPGs usually do. I get that you're trying to make it like a very basic, like your first tactical RPG type of game, but I'm pretty sure even kids can understand the concept of placing pieces in spots. I mean, it's not that complicated, you know, just pick a square and put your piece here. It's not rocket science. I'm pretty sure kids can handle that.
Nice. Yeah, no, like, it is a missed opportunity for sure, and the enemy placement is weird. Like, it really makes you wonder if they. Well, okay. Assuming you are not as highly leveled as you could be for the site, maybe that's their way of trying to pace things with the enemies better so that you're not automatically swarmed either. However, if you're over leveled, it does feel like it's just there to pad out the fight.
It's one of those things where, Advent Dark Force had this same problem. The thing about Advent Dark Force is that the game is already easy as it is. Both of these games are already easy as they are. And unlike something like Final Fantasy 16, where they rework the enemies when you're going to New Game Plus to make sure the game is still challenging, these games don't do that. And don't get me wrong, a lot of games don't do this anyway. So it's not like this is something that's exclusive to these games. This is. I think the main issue, however, is that there is not even remotely of an attempt to try to make sure there's some kind of adjustment to the New Game Plus, right? Because even Chrono Trigger had something to that extent. But this game is already easy as it is, and when you're playing on New Game Plus with carried over stats and items, it becomes even easier, which is not necessarily a problem, of course, but it's just, but it is one of those things where it's just like you can tell that it's 2023. Come on, guys, like you could maybe do something like how about this? Bring back the difficulty sliders, by the way. Yeah, here's a avalanche between Lola and Harley, by the way. And we don't actually see anything because, yeah, no, we can't animate anything. But there you go.
I mean, we did get the startup animation there.
Yeah,
It's not much, but it's something.
it's such a step down from what we had in the previous game, though.
Yes, it is. I mean, again, I really want to know what was going on in the development of this game. Like, half the time you do have to wonder, why did they even bother if this was the best they could churn out? And again, yes, there's been stuff we have praised about this game over Advent Dark Force, but again, if I'm looking at the sum of each other's parts, I would probably still have to go with Advent Dark Force. Now, who knows? Maybe the ending or the other route will wow us so much that I'll end up having to take this back, but
Go
Don't hold your
Please,
breath. Don't hold your breath.
Honestly, in terms of all the games that I've seen from this series so far, the worst this game has been so far is just kind of meh. Advent Dark Force was flat out painful.
Mm-hmm. For me, Dwebs, the worst thing a game can be is boring. I'll take offensive over boring, honestly.
again, like,
It's like I said before. Everyone has their own everyone has their own expectations and well, fears over a game, for lack of a better term. Mine is, well, being angry with it.
Again, my personal take is that this game has neither the lows, but neither the heights of Advent Dark Force in the long run. Anyway, so...
Remember who you are, Glace.
You're from the planet Zeist.
No, please.
So...
Oh,
So again-
Hey, yeah, he was watching Highlander too.
because they are
G
technically fragmentation created with Al's, abilities and memories too. They probably embark part of his emotions also. Fleur the positive one, while Glass the negative ones.
人になりたくなってない。グラス、あなたは。アルレルトは私たちが人になろうがならないか。そんなこと強いほども気にし
I
て
mean, it's kind of a vicious cycle, Glass.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't care less. You can't care. You don't have emotions.
That's what I just
No,
said.
don't. No, don't you understand? I can fix him.
自信
I'm pretty sure I get the immersion level, but my eyes were getting crossed for a second.
That's no earthquake.
Oh, the canon is complete again.
のんびりしてはいられんぞ。
But we're just models. We can do nothing but stand here.
天井が崩落してくるわよ。
ダメだ。一度下がりましょう。崩落に巻き込まれる。グラース、何をしているの？早くあなたもこっちに来て。
早く来ないと危ないぞ。
もしかして。
Oh, how are you saying no in Japanese? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that?
She gets to stay behind.
He means something different in Japanese does.
YA instead of JA lives.
Whereas yes is I.
土ぼこりが収まるまで待ちましょう。
It's Glass. She'll be fine.
There you go.
そこにいるぞ。
Like hell, they were gonna just kill her off there.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to try to kill Glass right here for some cheap drama. Like, why, Al? Is it really worth it, Al?
They still probably need her or one of her clones for the final battle.
そう突っ張るなよ。こういう時は甘えておけ。
Unless, if this game was actually clever a bit with its writing, both Glass and, Fleur would actually, join forces just for that last battle in order to unite their songs to be against Al, but that's probably not what's gonna happen.
You actually guessed it, so no, there is not. Well, that is true. Not, yeah, now that Teo brings it up, yeah, it would have been cool if they'd done that at least. It wouldn't have been earned, but yeah. Well,
Okay. So Glass is finally coming to terms with the fact that even she realized deep down she can't support Al with what he's doing, which, yeah, it's kind of messed up that he is now opting to destroy the very city he was originally trying to save.
Oh, the misery.
オールもだ。
Which, okay, there's
Okay,
an actual...
Fang, I understand, like Glass, I understand what you mean, but Al is still very much over the edge right now. You really should stop caring about him.
Maybe we need to get him to realize his original purpose, to save the town, not destroy it. In fact, Al, why do you want to destroy the city you were trying to save so badly? I assume he thinks that they turned on him because they didn't come looking for him.
No, remember, he wants to actually revive both the goddess and the wild god so he can destroy them personally.
And in doing that, he's going...
And gather the essence in the meantime.
I love how in doing that...
And she gives us back the faith drop.
フェイスドロップ。この後アルレルトの元に戻ったら、私はアルレルトに力を貸す。
Why?
お前なら
All right, kill her.
Well, okay, to be fair, I get it. It's the archetype that she realizes what he's doing is wrong, but she still owes her everything to him. But she will provide a way for us to save the day, essentially. I've seen this in several bouts of media before, so it's not particularly bad.
さあ言って。私はしばらくしてから戻る。
Since that has been one of the few things they have defined well about her character, she definitely is loyal to Al.
ええ。グラス、元気で。お前もな。
Imagine.
This is
sisters
the other
having to
problem.
Kill each other.
This is the other problem. Like, it's hard for me to get behind the supposed sisterly dynamic that Fleur and Glace have because we've never seen them act in their natural element back when they were together with Al before all this started. Like, we never see these two interact on any... hell, we barely seen them interact, period. Much less interact in a meaningful level as this is back when they were together as a family. So it's just really hard for me to get emotionally invested about anything.
お前の思い通りにはさせねえぞ。
まったく。あなたたちは世の中で最もめんどくさい生き物ですよ。
Maybe if you stop trying to kill everyone that we love.
世話が焼けるったらありゃしね
Yeah, exactly.
君はなぜ邪魔をす
Take a wild guess. You're the genius.
Kill people.
You're a genius scientist. You figure it out.
Why are these people trying to stop my plan? All I want to do is take revenge on God, even if that kills an entire city.
今日の晩飯の方が
Like, am I wrong?
Why are you trying
Am I
to
out of
stop?
touch?
Why are
So
you?
Fang,
Go on.
女神を守るためじゃね
Go on to.
え。ましてや
Oh, sorry.
平和なんて大それたもんも持
No,
っていない
go on.
俺がここ
Okay.
にいるのは
Why are you trying to stop me from blowing up a city?
俺は単純にフルールに楽しいってことを味わってもらいたい。
Okay. Again, I'll give Fang this. As idiotic as he can be, he does have a way with words that you at least do absolutely get where he's coming from when the chips are down.
そいつは困る。だからその前にぶっ壊す。それだけだ。
ファングさん
Simple.
ファングって本当に単純ね。でも今は少しだけかっこいいかも。そうですわね。
I think Lightning speech at the end of Original 13 was better. For as cheesy as it was, we need to make the impossible possible was better than Fang saying, I only care about what's for tonight's dinner.
I think my problem with Lightning Speech is that was literally just right at the moment where they were giving a middle finger to all logic in the plot. Like, at least here it's just, hey, bad guy here, we fight. In 13 it was, hey, let's break all logic that the story has established, so we
でも
win.
女神がいなくなった世界を知らないのだから。確かに。封印されているとはいえ、この世界への女神の過去が失われたわけじゃないと言われている。だから。
Yeah, it's true, that's what happened in Dark Force. In each of the routes at the end, Fang got a superpower, you know, despite the goddess not being awakened.
その通り。そして誰も知らないところを探求する。それが研究。
Yeah, literally playing God.
But maybe you could do it ethically?
しかも無関係の人間を巻き込む恐れもある。同じ研究者として恥ずかしいよ。
I'm so tempted to say that Harley has no room to speak.
Well, go ahead. She has none.
It's just for different reasons. Technically speaking, for the vacuum, when it comes to Al, she is right still.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, it is one of those cases where Al is the greater of two evils, even when compared to Harley. Surprise!
Everybody betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world. Why, Glace? Why?
I treated you like a princess and you still betrayed me.
Actually, you didn't treat me like a princess. You treat me like a tool for you to use.
It's a bad thing.
Actually, that's oh, there you go. I was about to ask, where was Bernard?
Bernard has been knocked out because since he's a descendant of the Vile God, Al wants to use him as a sacrifice. So now Al... Okay, so I guess to be
Does
fair...
he get impaled again?
No. See? So Bernard... Okay, so I guess to be fair, we subverted the cliche from the Avant Dark Force, where this time it's Bernard who gets sacrificed instead of Tiara.
Or will he? Oh, she can use the Force with her song.
Curses! How could I not see this coming?
Fleur would never do that to me, her creator. I mean, I know she's been fighting against my plans a good deal at this point, but to use her song on me? I could not have foreseen this. Yes, we're saving Bernard.
Check his pulse, Mariana. Oh, hi, Zagi. Been a while since we saw you.
Remember, he's with the party the whole time, Tio. And he's there to pick up Bernard.
It's fat.
No, I think it's more like he's muscular and tall.
You see, Ifrit, you're playable, Zagi's not, so Zagi will be
Yeah, they're
safe
totally
off
not a
screen.
couple, guys.
Look, they're roommates, okay? They're very good friends.
It wouldn't work out. Zagi's way too much of a simp for Mariana.
Bisexuality is a thing.
That is true, but I doubt these four are into that.
Yeah, like, honestly, I do see it as kind of like Zagi considers Ifrit a friend. Ifrit clearly has feelings. But I digress. They're just friends. Al, have you considered that you might be the problem?
Clearly not.
No. It's the people who are out of touch.
It's like Zack Snyder. Everybody, I'm just a genius and nobody ever gets me. It's all the problem is always you guys. It's never me.
Oh, it's a metaphor because now Al is technically speaking of alone again.
Oh, poor Pookie.
And the story is trying to suggest that it's always his fault he ended up being alone. Not really. The first time he was genuinely trying to do something good.
Yeah, like...
That is true. Regardless, I don't care. I find Al to be laughable as a villain and not a particularly interesting character.
Oh, Jesus.
He has a potentially good idea for an interesting character, but the execution was way too mediocre for me to care.
And
that said, boy has quite a lot of lung control there.
What? What happened?
Did he transform?
I don't understand. Can you explain, Fleur?
Hey, you done? Do you need a timeout?
Did you got out of your system?
Don't tell me you have another backup plan.
And now he grabs Tiara.
Oh, god damn it, not again!
Also, how did he manage to snap out of a trance?
And how did he get all the way over there to
Tiara? Okay, Tiara. He's a physically weak scientist. You can easily tackle him, and overpower him. Why don't you do it?
Maybe he's secretly stronger than he looks?
No. Fleur specifically told us in previous skits that he's not that physically fit. He doesn't even exercise and everything. No, the game went out of its way to establish that he's a physically weak person. And he makes up for it in his brain, of course. And yet now, when that the plot needs a damsel in distress, he can grab Tiara, and Tiara apparently can't overpower him for some reason.
Great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not even like last time where he had Bernard backing him up.
3 of your party members have ranged weapons they can use.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
only mentality I can guess
no,
is
be the assassin you're supposed to be and headshot the bastard.
Like, the only justification I can think of is he's holding Tiara in front of him and nobody wants to risk hurting her in the process.
Look, at least when this happened in Final Fantasy 16, Kupka grabbed her from the back, surprising her. You know? Not to mention the female character in that game is someone who was forced into becoming a warrior rather than a properly trained one. So of course she's going to be weaker than the other warriors, of course, because again there's a lot of stories justifying it. The point is, it's not that a plot point like this can't work. It's just that this game didn't do the necessary legwork to justify Tiara getting kidnapped like this. You know. They did something like this in Evan Dark Force. At least in Evan Dark Force, it was Bernard who was doing it, who's the strong fencer. So at least it was still not the best, but at least there was more justification for it. In here, no. You were literally contradicting everything you've done before, because you clearly established in the skits that Al is physically unfit. So it makes no sense that he can somehow overpower Tiara physically.
They're really working with the logic of a Silver Age comic book story, you know, including with Al being the villain, the fact that out of nowhere he can create these damsel in distress situation where it's otherwise illogical.
Like, and you know the sad thing is, there are two things they could have added to easily fix this. One, Al has, like, a power amplifier or something, and two, specify that he's holding Tiara in front of him, so nobody wants to risk hurting her while taking him down.
I still don't understand how did he manage to snap out of the paralysis that Fleur's song gave to him.
Shoot, that's
the
also
Mario
a good
series
point.
doesn't even do that stupid trope barely that much anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the Mario series did some interesting things with Bowser kidnapping Peach as well. Like, this is... I mean, and like, for what? Again, to do the old Tiara as the hostage for the Vile God scenario? Only saw that like 3 times. Well, that's free counting the different routes taken to get to each route. It probably happened more there too, but again, at least in Advent Dark Force, it made sense when it happened. Like, I think the issue is, they really want to build up Al as this big bad guy. The problem is, they keep giving us scenes that feel like they could be endgame for Al. Could be endgame, but because they don't want it to be the end, they gotta pad stuff out. Now, with a good villain, like, say, Sephiroth, it not being the end for him makes sense, you know? We keep getting faked out, but it makes sense that he comes back. Al... Like, again, unless being turned sort of quasi-immortal has given him some weird strength that kicks in with adrenaline specifically, he really should have been done by this point, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he's lived a long life, but aside from that, he is legit just a normal-ass dude. Which could be a good idea for a villain. Like, look at this. A normal guy manages to give our heroes this much trouble. But I feel like as soon as he has lost the support of Dorfa, essentially, he should be a lot easier to take out. Or at the very least, Glace should have still been in his corner here. But since she apparently is not even with him, it really is just him on his own somehow holding us hostage. Give me a break.
Yeah. Alright, everybody. So tune in next time where we finish the story. See you then.
For this route, see ya.
Yep, see ya.
Ta-ta.